The FIFA Women's World Cup is just around the corner, so here are my predictions for the tournament. Hey guys, my name's Lockie, and this is Coast Watch Football, where we talk all things Australian football. I'm going to try and not be too biased in these predictions. We'll see how we go, but hoping that my Matildas can have a fantastic run at this tournament. But of course, we have to start off with Group A, which contains co-hosts New Zealand, and they've got a tough group coming up against two European heavyweights in Switzerland and Norway. Philippines in there as well. Aussie fans will be familiar with their coach, Alen Stajcic, former coach of the Matildas and the Central Coast Mariners men's team. This is a big opportunity for New Zealand, who are entering this World Cup having never won a match in a World Cup before. A huge opportunity for them to get their first ever win on home soil. Philippines could easily cause an upset here as well. Alen Stajcic, we know that he's a good coach, but for me, it has to be Norway and Switzerland going through. And keep an eye on Norwegian striker Ada Hegerberg, who's 27 years old. She's a striker. She plays for Lyon, and she's currently the all-time goal scorer in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Next up is Group B, of course, containing Australia, the co-host for this tournament, and it's a very tough one. This is arguably the group of death in the tournament, coming up against the likes of Canada, Republic of Ireland, and Nigeria, all teams who will have expectations to make it through to the round of 16. For me, I do have Australia topping the group, with Canada sneaking in second place. I could easily see Republic of Ireland or Nigeria both sneaking into second place though. But for me, Australia, I think playing on home soil is a massive factor. I think if this tournament was anywhere else in the world, it might be a different story. We know that Canada are a good side, the Olympic champions. It's going to be tough when Australia do meet them in that final group stage match. But on home soil, I expect Australia to get wins against both Republic of Ireland and Nigeria. Maybe a draw on that last group stage game where Tony Gustafsson, Matilda's coach, might rest some players potentially. Australia should easily be getting through this group though. And of course, this is the tournament to shine for Sam Kerr, one of the best players in women's football right now, 29 years of age. This is her tournament to shine, and on home soil, she will be aiming for nothing less than lifting the trophy at the end of this tournament. I reckon we could easily see Sam Kerr finishing this tournament as the tournament's top goal scorer. Group C is a bit easier for me to predict. I've got Spain and Japan going through, with Costa Rica and Zambia missing out. Exciting for Zambia, the African nation. It's their first ever appearance at a FIFA Women's World Cup. Spain, we know they have Ballon d'Or winner Alex Putellas, who's 29 years of age, the midfielder, very, very exciting player. Japan as well, of course, winning the World Cup 12 years ago now, back in 2011. They won the competition, and this is their 9th appearance in the Women's World Cup. Would love to see either Costa Rica or Zambia cause an upset here, but I think Spain and Japan will be too strong. I think most people will be expecting England to top Group D, and I am with them as well, but the second place spot is an interesting one. I've got Denmark finishing there, but it's going to be a really interesting battle. Denmark, 13th in the women's FIFA rankings. China, 14th, just one place apart. That'll be a really fascinating matchup when those two teams meet in the group stage. And we've also got Haiti, who are qualifying for their first ever FIFA Women's World Cup. They could cause a big upset here as well. The English will be looking to go very deep into this tournament, and it's going to be off the back of leadership from right back Lucy Bronze, who's coming off that Champions League victory with FC Barcelona, 31 years of age, big tournament for her. Time to look at Group E now, which contains USA and Netherlands. They're the two teams for me going through. Portugal and Vietnam, two teams who again could cause upsets here and there, but USA, ranked number 1 in the world, of course, winners in 1991, 99, 2015, 2019. You just expect them to be there, at least in the semi-finals, if not the final, every single edition of this FIFA Women's World Cup. What a fantastic squad they have. Of course, Alex Morgan, this is a massive opportunity for her to lift yet another FIFA Women's World Cup trophy, and potentially her last opportunity to do it as well. 34 years of age, the striker. She has incredible stats for the national team though. 206 appearances, 121 goals, massive. I've got the Netherlands finishing as runners-up, but Portugal and Vietnam, this is both their first appearance at a FIFA Women's World Cup. Portugal, 21st in the world, Vietnam, 32nd. Big opportunities for them to make a real statement at their first ever World Cup appearance. Group F features two heavyweights in France and Brazil who will be coming up together. A massive highlight in the group group stage. 5th ranked in the world, France, and Brazil in 8th place. They're the two teams that surely have to be going through. I really like Jamaica though. Some of the players they got really exciting. Panama as well, another one of those nations making their debut at this tournament. Would love to see either of those sides sneak in, cause an upset, and jump into the round of 16. But both France and Brazil, two giants in women's football, will be aiming to win this tournament. Marta, the Brazil champion, this is her final World Cup. She has announced 6 World Cups she has played in now. The perfect send-off for her would be to help her Brazilian side lift the FIFA Women's World Cup. Group G, again, I've got the European nations making it through to the round of 16. We've got Sweden, 3rd ranked in the world, should be making it through. Italy, again, I'm expecting to make it through to the round of 16. Argentina, this is their 4th appearance at a Women's World Cup, haven't made it past the group stage yet. And similarly for South Africa, they qualified for their first World Cup last time around back in 2019. Again, didn't make it out of the group stage. They'll be hoping to go one step further this time around as well. Keep an eye on Fridolina Rolfo from Sweden. Again, one of those players who recently won the UEFA Women's Champions League with FC Barcelona, the attacking player. We're looking for her to play off the left-hand side. Plenty of experience, could be a key player for Sweden in this tournament. And then lastly, we have Group H, and this is one where it's pretty open for second place. I've got Germany finishing top of the group. I think they're potentially favourites to win this tournament. Of course, we know they made it to the final of the Euros last year, but you look at South Korea, you look at Colombia, and even Morocco who are coming into this tournament as debutants, and a dark horse who could, potentially sneak in there as well. I'm really excited for those matchups to see who's going to be the one to take that second place. For me, it's got to be South Korea. They are the highest ranked team out of those 3 nations chasing those second spots. And there'll almost be a bit of a rivalry here between South Korea and Colombia. For both sides, they both have never made it past the round of 16. They both made it there in 2015. They haven't made it further since. Huge opportunity for both sides to go deep into this tournament. Time for my knockout predictions now. And of course, we will be doing my actual predictions when it does come around to the round of 16 in the tournament. But here's how it looks based off my group stage predictions. We've got Norway and Japan meeting each other. I've got Japan winning this one, causing potentially a bit of an upset here. Experienced campaigners in the FIFA Women's World Cup. I think they will make it through to the quarterfinals. USA versus Italy should be an exciting matchup as well, but I expect the Americans to get through easily in this one. Switzerland will be heading into the round of 16 match against Spain as underdogs, but I think the Spanish get it done here. They'll go through to the quarters. An all-European matchup between Sweden and Netherlands should be an entertaining watch. Sweden, 3rd ranked in the world, should be going through. And then my prediction sees Australia taking on Denmark in the round of 16, just like they did in the men's FIFA World Cup. Aussies should be going through on home soil. France taking on South Korea should be a comfortable win for the French. Canada could potentially cause a big upset, knocking England out of the round of 16, but the English should be too strong here going through to the quarterfinals. And then a huge matchup in the round of 16 here to finish this off. We've got Germany, Brazil. What an opportunity here for both sides. I've got the Germans going through. Again, a fantastic Euros campaign. Brazil, Marta, missing out on the FIFA Women's World Cup final. The quarterfinals then sees Japan taking on USA. USA should go through here, too strong for Japan. Spain versus Sweden is a mouth-watering clash, a huge European battle here, but I think Spain go through. I think they've just got too many quality players in that squad. Australia versus France. This will be a huge test for the Matildas, but again, I think home advantage should lift Australia. This one could go through to penalties, Matildas, to make it through to the semi-final. And then England versus Germany, a replay of the Euros final here in the quarterfinals of the FIFA Women's World Cup. England gotta go through here. They did it in the Euros in the final. I think they do it again here. So we've got some huge semi-final meetings. USA versus Spain. It has to be the USA going through. Too much experience, especially in these big, crucial knockout games in World Cup situations. And then Australia versus England in the semi-finals at a packed Stadium Australia. There will be 80,000 fans at this game, and you got to say majority Australian fans. I think Australia get through. Again, it'll take a mammoth effort, but we do have to remember these two teams met in a friendly just a couple months ago. Australia getting the better of England in that game, and I think they do it here on the big stage. So that would leave a Women's World Cup final between USA and Australia. And I would love to see the Matildas go all the way, but I've got to say that USA, I think, will take out this tournament once again. Alex Morgan potentially playing her last ever Women's World Cup. They'll be too strong. Australia, I would love to see them get it done, but I can't be biased and say that they're going to go all the way. USA, we know, the number one ranked team in the world. I think they will lift the FIFA Women's World Cup. Let me know who's going to win the FIFA Women's World Cup down in the comments below. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And of course, we'll be doing plenty of content here on the Coastwatch Football YouTube channel throughout the entire tournament, so make sure you are subscribed. My name is Lockie, this is Coastwatch Football, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.